Doug.
And I'm Cathy.
And this is Maggie Mae. Join us as we follow the moon. We are staying in Richfield, Utah, and we want to show you some of the beautiful things that we found in this area, just a very short drive from Richfield. So come along with us.
Thanks.
And we start off in downtown Richfield, Utah. Now, Richfield is the largest small town, any way you slice it, in southern Utah. But their downtown is really a pretty area. And if you're staying in the area, they have, on the outer edges of town, they have Walmart, Home Depot, about every chain restaurant you can imagine. There's a truck stop type fuel stop there in town. So it's a great spot to make a stop. But the downtown is just really neat.
It is.
They have everything from little mom and pop stores to Christensen's, which is like a department store.
I love this.
This was so neat. What a great use of where a building used to be.
Yeah. And everybody is so friendly.
It's really, really nice little town. They've even got little pass-throughs that there's parking behind the buildings that you can come up in between. Well, we took a little jaunt out of town, probably about 45 minutes on Interstate 70 East from the downtown. And this area, Molen, has petroglyphs and also have dinosaur tracks. There's a parking lot, it's completely unmarked, and we used Google Maps to find this. It took us right to it. And some of the petroglyphs were really, really cool. There weren't as many as there are in some of the other places, but they were really nice, really easy to find.
I have a feeling we didn't see all of them because we didn't climb up through the rocks, but I did read that there were a lot of them.
Now that wasn't exactly petroglyphs, but when they do somebody from 1939 on there,
yeah,
it's still pretty cool to see.
That's right.
And there were all kinds of these guys running around.
Oh yeah. Just as interested in us as we were in them.
As you enter the parking area, everything we've shown you so far is on the left-hand side of the parking area. So those petroglyphs were over there. Nothing is marked. There is a trail, and it's an easy to follow trail going both directions from the parking area. And there's one big rock that just has this one little petroglyph. Now, all the reviews say that the dinosaur footprints are kind of hard to find, and they are kind of hard to find. Most of the petroglyphs we found were over on the left side of the parking lot. Then we decided to make the trek across over to the right side of the parking lot. And it's a fairly small area going that way. There is a fence that divides this area from the next property. But there you can see the footprints going across that rock.
If you're not paying attention, you'll miss them.
Those are on the right side of the parking area. So if you're out there looking around for them, you definitely want to go both directions from the parking area. That was a neat rock that has just been worn through like an arch,
yeah,
except sideways.
There were a couple of them there.
Very easy to walk around, and it's not very big. It won't take a lot of time, but you do get to see a lot of history. Next up is Butch Cassidy's Boyhood Home. And this is at Circleville, Utah. This is about 45 minutes to the south. I believe it's on 89. This shows the census record with Butch Cassidy there during that time. And everything has been preserved, restored. This is all behind plexiglass. You can walk into the main door and see the entirety of the cabin.
It's interesting how these people from the past come alive when you go visit where they were from.
Absolutely. Now the Rochester Rock Petroglyph panel, it's worth the drive. It's, again, probably 30 to 40 minutes east of town, and the last 4 miles are on a gravel road, but it is smooth as can be. It's a great road. You won't need a four-wheel drive or anything for that. It is an 0.8 of a mile trail, and it goes through some rocky areas. If you have a phobia about heights, it might get a little dicey for you, because you start off with a canyon on one side and you
have it on the other side.
Then you have it on both sides. So
I think they call those backbones.
It is marked. You can see one of the markers there on the trail, and you get back probably about a half a mile and you see this, and I'm real hopeful at this point that's not all the petroglyphs I just came back here to see, but it's not. The trail continues. This is that backbone Cathy was talking about. You've got canyon on both sides. You have the river down onto your right hand side.
Another thing is, when you're walking back there, you might look at it and kind of be dreading how it looks like it's a long, long ways. And once you get to walking it and looking around, you just kind of get through it pretty quickly.
And this is one of the largest and most well-preserved petroglyph panels I think I've seen. It was really amazing. Things I had never seen before on some of these panels, like this big rainbow.
And you just walk right up there.
Yeah. And they're not graffitied up for being able just to access them like that. That one area is looks like a rope coming from the top of the rock on down.
And I think it had notches.
Yeah. It was pretty amazing. Those sure look like alligators.
Yeah.
They're chasing those cattle and sheep. And this one panel, they were light, they were hard to see, but it looked like a large turtle at the bottom. And then it wraps around the corner and there's more.
I'm so intrigued by these things.
There's one more rock that juts out. You've got a little bit of a jump over to get in front of that. And then there's a few more on the next rock. And you pretty much know you're at the end when the trail is gone.
That's right. And that 9/10 that was out and back, right?
It was actually 8/10 each way.
Oh, how did I miss that?
And there was our little hiking buddy.
She's backpacking.
Uh-huh. Now, next up is Monroe Peak. And from where we were staying in Richfield, this was maybe a 10-minute drive. And it's a little town called Monroe. And you can actually drive the road to the top of Mount Monroe. It is a generous one lane. It's a little bit tight for two getting past, but you do pass some ATVs and occasional truck. I think we were the only passenger car I saw, but we made it along just fine. September 8th, 1888, Rasmussen fell there. Very short ways is paved, and then from then on is gravel. There are some areas that it's a little bit rocky and you kind of have to pick your wheel marks, but again, we made it to the top with no problem. This is only part way up, and already the views are just incredible.
Yeah.
And it's so cool going up there. The car definitely needed a bath, which Tag and Go Car Wash in Richfield is awesome. But the views from up top are worth the drive. It's, I think, about a 14-mile drive up the mountain, and most of it is 10-mile-an-hour speed limit. There's some that's 20, but most of it's 10. So take your time with it. You'll get along great.
And that's all rock right there at the very top.
Like a lava rock is what it looked like.
Yeah.
And it was a little bit sharp.
Maggie didn't want to walk on it.
No. Now, on our way down, we had a treat.
Oh, yeah.
There was a group parasailing. I've never seen so many, and they're all so brightly colored. And
they were slowly drifting in a circle. I've never seen anything like it.
I don't know how they kept from colliding, watching them from the ground. It looked like they were just crisscrossing each other.
It was beautiful to watch them.
And it looks like slow motion, but that's how fast they were going.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we leave you today with this beautiful view from the top of Mount Monroe. And Cathy, what have you thought about our time in and around Richfield?
This has been pretty nice. It was a great ride up here. The town is really cute. There's just like so much, and it's so different everywhere we've been. It's so much to see.
You've got prairie land, you've got mountains, you've got, some of them are the red rocks, some of them are covered in green trees. It's so diverse.
It sure is.
With that, if you've enjoyed the video today, leave us a thumbs up. We appreciate it. And if you haven't already subscribed to our channel, watch for the button up in this corner. If you tap that button, you can ring the notification bell. You'll know when every one of our videos come out.
And thank you for following us as we follow you.